Good morning. It's the 25th of November. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. I hope your turkey is thawing. If you're going to travel, I hope you travel safely, and I hope you have a safe and fun Thanksgiving. Today, in the parish here, at least for me, is going to be busy. I'm doing this morning chat. In a little while, I will be recording the Sunday morning service for the first Sunday of Advent using Morning Prayer Rite 1 while we're closed down for a while. And then after that, at noontime, and you can come back for that, there will be a live stream service of noonday prayers and a litany for Thanksgiving as we prepare for the Thanksgiving holiday. We're called sometimes to reflect on Thanksgiving. What do we have to be thankful for? And I think most of us have more than we realize to be thankful for. You could sit down and make a list, and it might get rather long. But sometimes it seems we dwell on what we don't have rather than on what we do have. And I was often reminded of that as a child by my father, who one of his favorite quotes when I would gripe and complain about something I didn't have or something they wouldn't get me or something like that was to say that, he would say that I used to cry because I had no shoes until I met a man who had no feet. So sometimes part of Thanksgiving is keeping our life in perspective. One of the things I have to do this afternoon when I'm finished in the office here at St. Stephen's is to drive to Anthony to participate in the funeral of our priest down there who died from COVID-19. She was only 63 years old, much too young for this. A woman of great faith, great love and devotion, was a blessing to her congregation and to her family and friends. And so we're going to give thanks for Mary's life. We're going to give thanks for her ministry. We're going to give thanks for the fact that in her time as the priest in Anthony, she brought a gift of light and a gift of faith, sometimes struggling in an uphill battle, as many places do in small churches, to keep the doors open. So we're thankful for Mary's ministry. I'm thankful that I will be sharing Thanksgiving tomorrow with friends we have shared Thanksgiving with, I think, almost every year since we came to Kansas 22 years ago. And the year we moved in, Sally and her husband David at the time were there when the movers showed up. David had to be there because he was the parish treasurer and had the right to check for the movers. But Sally has this gift of hospitality. And we were moving in just a couple of weeks before Thanksgiving, and she said, of course you will have Thanksgiving with us. And it's been that way now for more than 2 decades. I bring this up because sadly, Sally's husband died the day before 9/11 of a heart attack. And in all those years, she's been by herself. She has a son, but he has his own business and his office is in New York. They see a lot of each other, but it's not the same. Sally has lots of friends, but Sally has not been, I think, all that happy for these many years. Now she is. A longtime friend of hers and ours now. Battled with his wife's cancer for 15 years. And his wife died over a year ago. And so Sally and Rob began to date. And Sally one day called my wife and I and said, are you free for lunch? And Kathy and I had already planned to go to lunch. She said, we've made arrangements for lunch. Why don't you come join us? And she said, can I bring a friend? I have something I want to tell you. And Kathy and I arrived first at the restaurant, and I told her, I said, I think Sally is going to say to us that she has a boyfriend. And I think I know who it is. And when they arrived, I was correct. I have never seen two people more happy in each other's presence. I have not seen two people so giddy at rediscovering love in their mid-70s. I am so thankful that these two people have an opportunity to share joy once again, to share love, to share life. And I will be giving thanks tomorrow for their relationship. And in the spring, maybe their wedding. A joyous event. In the midst of COVID, in the midst of political turmoil, in the midst of tension over wearing a mask or not wearing a mask, schools opened or schools closed, whether or not people will have jobs or not. I think Sally and Rob bring, at least to my life, a bit of joy. It brings a smile to your heart. It reminds you that there can be joyful things to be thankful for. It reminds us that love overcomes all obstacles. So as we gather tomorrow for Thanksgiving, whether you have family or it's just two of you or maybe only by yourself, I hope you will give thanks for many things. If you're having dinner, give thanks that you have dinner. If you are in a place warm and dry, be thankful you have a place that's warm and dry. If you have family or friends around your table, be thankful for those family and friends. It is a day to count blessings. And we have many of them, I think. And it's time to thank God for the blessings He's bestowed upon us. I hope tomorrow your holiday brings you some joy, some good food, a sense of peace, and maybe an idea that in spite of all the turmoil in the world, God is still in charge, and all will be well. God bless you. Have a great holiday.